All of the problems covered in my videos can be downloaded at statisticsworkbook.com. If you go to the website, click on the PDF. You can download a copy of the workbook for yourself. Also on the website, you'll find links to all of my statistics videos, not just the ones I've uploaded to YouTube. I've uploaded nearly 100 videos that you cannot find on YouTube. So, I do hope you'll check out statisticsworkbook.com. Alright, let's begin our problem. Hello, and thanks for watching this first video for statisticsworkbook.com. We're going to begin here with a problem that is looking just at some of the vocabulary that we're going to be using throughout the course. I think in this video I'm only going to address parts A and B of this problem, as I suspect they'll take a little bit of time, and we'll leave parts C and D for a second and even possibly a third video. So what we're going to look at here is, here we've got a table of information on different cars, different attributes of those cars. Let's break down this table into all of its different components. So the problems A and B are both making reference to a data set. So let's first identify what that data set is. In this table, our data set is everything that we see here in this rectangle. So here's the data set. This is what we're going to be analyzing. This is what we're going to be studying. Now, the data set is composed of information drawn from various elements. An element is that one particular object or entity that we are looking at, that we are taking information or we are extracting information from it. In this data set, the elements are described in this first column. Our elements are these different cars, different vehicles that we're looking at. So here we can address part A, how many elements are in the data set. So the number of elements, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here I have 10 elements in this data set. Now, for each of these elements, I have a number of different pieces of information, and those are what we call our variables. So across the first row here, I have the labels of all of our variables. A variable, as I said, it's a unique piece of information that we have for each of the elements. So in this data set, I have information on all of the elements. I have information on engine size, number of cylinders, transmission, number of gears, fuel, vehicle class, city and highway miles per gallon, and model year. So each of those represents one of the variables. Part B here is asking how many variables are in the data set. So if we just count these up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 variables. What are they? Here I've circled those all up above there. So that gives us somewhere to start with our vocabulary. I actually want to go a little bit further and just describe one other thing, and that is what an observation is. A really common mistake among my students, actually two common mistakes that I often see when asked what an observation is that students will often mistake an element for an observation. So I'll say, identify one observation in this data set, and the student might say, oh, the Honda Accord is an observation. Well, as we've just described, that Honda Accord, that's actually one of my elements. That's one of the things that I'm looking at. That's not actually an observation. Another common mistake that I see students make when asked what an observation is they'll say, well, this point right here, this one data point is an observation, or this is an observation. Those are just individual data points within the data set. So then what is an observation? An observation is the complete set of information for any one element. So if I consider our Bentley, so here's our Bentley, right? That's the element, and for that element I have information on all of these variables. So this here, let me just erase this circle to avoid any confusion. This, what's in the pink rectangle, represents the observation that corresponds with the Bentley car, and that's it. That's all we need to know. So we've got our data set. It's comprised of information extracted from 10 elements across 9 variables, and here we have individual observations, a complete set of information across each variable for each element. Okay, so I hope that will make sense. We're going to be using this terminology quite a lot throughout the course, so hopefully this gives us a good place to start. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here, and we'll pick up again on part C, where we look at different measurement scales of each variable. Okay, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Okay, bye.